The thoughts, views, and opinions expressed by this podcast, as well as its hosts, are for entertainment purposes only. The viewpoints expressed, although based on very real topics, are not to be taken as fact. With that being said, enjoy the show.
Hello, world. Welcome to Partner Politics Podcast, Season 3, Episode 11. I am your co-host, Jeezy, and I'm here today with my co-host, Chuck, the chairman of Chaos. How you doing, brother?
Really? Man, I'm tired, brother. I am mentally, I am physically, but not emotionally tired. I am starting the process to move.
Oh, okay.
And I have a concepts of plan to pack. But other than that, man, blessed and highly favored in the Lord. How are you, my good brother?
Hey, man, I'm good, man. I'm in the same boat as you. Spring break is ending this week, so I got to get back in them books. And it's spring break for my wife and my middle baby, so they get to enjoy, and daddy still got to work. So I'm tired physically and mentally, but I think I can join you in the sentiment that spiritually, I'm good, brother.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
good. God is good. We still here, and like I told somebody today, I'm blessed to be seen and not viewed. So I'm gonna take that as a blessing, brother.
You better believe it, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. To our listeners, welcome to another episode of Partner Politics. We hope that this episode finds you in good spirit. We are grateful that you are joining us to tune in to the chaos that we all are experiencing. So with that being said, you probably noticed that we're down somebody. We're down a man.
Man down.
Bruh. We
distress.
Our good brother Manny is on the sick and shut in list.
Yes, Lord.
So y'all, I should have hit him with the.
we missed the opportunity, man. What are we doing?
Look, our brother was making such a good run, so I forgot all about the breaking news. But yes, our brother Manny isn't feeling well. He's fine. We talked to him in pre-show, and he's good to go. He's just dealing with a little bug right now, but he'll be back up and running in no time. So, brother, we're gonna miss you on this episode. But one thing good about Partner Politics, we have more than enough to be able to keep the chaos coming to you in these episodes. And you know how me and Chuck do it. Now, Manny, I'm gonna tell you this. You might shouldn't have left us alone, brother.
especially not when the madness that's going on. No.
So we don't know. We don't know how chaotic this episode may get, but we're gonna try to keep it straight down the center as best as we can.
Was that? Fred Hampton? Not the time, not the place.
Well, apparently, when you talk about not the time, not the place, somebody need to be listening to that message when it comes to this war, because clearly. Somebody don't know the proper time or the proper place. So to our listeners, our topic for today, we're going to give you an update on the war. So here's a quick rundown. The conflict has obviously escalated after the U.S. and Israeli strikes that you all have seen on major Iranian military and leadership infrastructures. And Iran has responded from a regional perspective by hitting Israeli cities and targeting U.S. military bases. I will say this, that if you are a friend of the U.S. in the region, it might not be a good time.
It's one of those situations where he was like, is that your friend?
Yeah.
Or is that your associate?
Bruh.
Or is that just somebody I know?
Bruh, facts. Because Iran really is challenging, like, how cool are you really?
How cool are y'all?
And if you've seen some of these nations, I think when you look at one of the biggest concerns that we see right now is the Strait of Hormuz. They've doubled down on it, basically saying, "Hey, look, these are the people that we know are cool to come through, and these are the people who wait."
It's like walking through that area that you know you got some ops,
bruh.
And you see people passing by all day, unscathed.
Yep.
But you know, just as soon as you even creep over there, it's gonna be smoke.
Hey, listen.
And good old DT at first want to open his mouth. Oh, anybody who wants to go through the U.S. will give you a naval escort. And the U.S. Navy was like, hold on, player. We ain't put all that out there. What you talking about, man? You tripping?
You big tripping. We did not sign up for that at all. So when you look at this, and for those that know this straight, that we're talking about, roughly, I believe 1/5 of the world's oil
Yes,
moves
sir.
through that waterway. So if it gets disrupted, which it has been, gas prices get pretty crazy pretty quick. And I think as we talked at the time of this recording, gas since the beginning of this war, which I think we're in week 3 of the war, gas prices on a national average have went up about 72 cents, which some people may say, oh, 72 cents ain't a lot. You a lie.
You a big face lie.
You a big dirty lie.
Big bold face lie.
Big bold face lie.
No,
I
sir.
remember as a kid when I first got my license at 16, and I might be telling a little bit about my age, but I remember gas when I first got my license, it was like $1.04 or 5 cents. And I remember my mom being like, "Yeah, don't get gas over at that gas station. Go to this one because it's cheaper." And I'm like, what difference do it make? It's $1. Like, oh buddy. About 22 years later, I'm like, oh no, mom, I see exactly what you was talking about. Gas prices do matter.
It all makes sense. I will hunt that extra 3 cents.
Hey, listen, I had to give my daughter a lecture. My 18-year-old daughter got a car this past week, and I had to give her the lecture on gas prices, because she obviously don't understand. Oh yeah, I can just put some dollars in there and go ride with my friends. And I'm like, listen, you need to know
some dollars will have you sitting on the side of the road calling somebody.
Look, you might that little $10 might give you just enough to get out the parking lot.
Yeah, I remember when I was in high school, and I'll give you $5 for a ride. Sure,
bruh.
By all means, like you said, it was $1, and I'm old enough to where it was sub $1, 88 cents a gallon, $5, and I'm riding clean. And back then I had an '88 Buick Regal, so it was a gas guzzler. But you give me $5, I can roll for a bit.
Oh yeah,
you offer me $5 now, you better go take public transportation. Bro, get out my face,
bro. You might get some words
and some hands. It's disrespectful.
But when we see these gas prices going crazy as quick as they are, we see how fast this situation is escalated. Do you think that this stays contained in the region, or are we watching something that is being pulled, that we're going to see a lot more countries start to get pulled into this thing? Because what the tactic that Iran is using is not just something that is directly impacting America. It's impacting everybody. A lot of people. Yeah. So what's your thoughts on that, man?
So here's the thing. Not only has Iran said they're locking down the Strait of Hormuz, but there are many countries. Well, first let me back up. There's a oil cartel called OPEC, and a lot of these Middle Eastern countries make up this cartel. And although Iran is not a part of the conglomerate, with them and their, I say, bullying of the strait, as you said, it's 20% of the world's oil traveling through there. So there's tankers who are coming to fill up that can't get through. But there's also tankers that's sitting over there that's full of oil and just waiting. And so, of course, this has caused the price to rise. Right now, the price of a barrel of oil is $97. I think it's a little more than $97. The exact amount is $97.20. And for a barrel of crude oil. And I know many people are like, oh, well, didn't the U.S. just make a deal with Venezuela? Yeah, we did. But as we told you on here before, that's not the oil we need. That's not the oil many countries work with. And so in this, it's not doing us any good.
Or to that point, Chuck, it's not, even from that perspective, some countries don't even have what is needed to even use it.
Correct.
So even if they wanted to, they couldn't.
Their refineries are not built to to deal with that kind of oil. There are different types of oil. That's a thick type oil. And then there's sweet crude. I'm not an oil head, but I do follow. Well, I used to follow. I got off TikTok. But I used to follow this guy called Mr. Global, and he gives a great breakdown of the different types of oil and the impact. Excuse me. One thing that people are not realizing is many countries are starting to release their reserves that they hold in oil to try to ease some of this hardship with it backed up. And I will say, it was back in 1973 where we had a very similar crisis where, what country was it? Iran was in conflict with Iraq, and I want to say it was Syria. It's slipping my mind because it was before my time. I won't even thought of it. But I remember the history. But this is what really started many countries, particularly the United States, setting up a oil reserve because with them essentially strangling the supply chain, it caused many people to struggle. There used to be gas rations. There used to be lines wrapped around the corner and down the block for people to get oil, gasoline. It even impacts diesel. And so in this, many countries have started to be less dependent on oil and depending on oil from other countries, and they start getting their reserves. However, we still allow the OPEC to really dictate many of the gas prices, many of the aspects of the flowing of oil throughout the world. So in this, when you have this type of situation, it handcuffs everybody. And I don't want to sound like a champion of AOC. Oh, excuse me. I don't know what in the world is going on, y'all. This pollen's starting to release and getting in my throat. But in those individuals, and then the new Green Deal, this is a strong argument on their side. Although we all know Trump is not about renewable energy. Many Republicans and their oil buddies don't want to hear about that. But interestingly enough, we don't just use oil, this crude oil, for gasoline or diesel. Many products are made from the breakdown of this what they call sweet tea from the earth, the Beverly Hillbillies. That sweet tea from the earth, where plastics, petroleum, that is the foundation of a lot of plastics, rubber. There's many different aspects, and so in this, things are impacted across the entire spectrum of our lives, and not just from the gas. That is the first thing we see, because that is the most front-facing thing that impacts us on a day-to-day basis. Yeah, like we got to go to work.
Yeah, and I think you said something, Chuck, that made me think about from a supply chain perspective of that. You know, we're seeing people already tap into their reserves. A caveat to that is, if I'm tapping into my reserves, there is at least a dangerous game being played that I'm hopeful that the conflict will come to a head soon. Because if the conflict outlasts my reserves, we're going to see a really big problem on the global front. Because if I'm already using my reserve of what I have, and I'm not able to replenish what is being used because of what Iran is doing, then what happens when you tap out of that reserve? What is the world? What is the economy? What is the global front going to look if that is a possibility and that is to come?
Well, and to that point, and I had to reference my notes for the specifics. The International Energy Agency, the IAE, is a conglomerate of 32 member countries. And I wanted to give the exact amount of how much of the reserves have been released. This is a record number, folks. So please understand this. 400 million barrels have already been released to the market.
Jesus.
And it has not driven down crude oil prices. It has not driven it down. And part of that is because people are skeptical of the time frame of how this is going to keep going on. And that's what I said, to your point, the more this is prolonged and we're already tapping and hit a record release of our reserves.
No good.
We ain't got but so many more times.
Hey, bruh.
You can go back in that pot.
You know, that's what I'm thinking. And you would think the approach, and we've talked about this before, of who is the guiding hand to Trump behind this, because for a number like that to be done with the reserves that we have already, or what there is out there, and we don't see an end. I think Trump has said maybe 2 or 3 more weeks. Well, we've heard 2 or 3 weeks before with certain situations, and they have been prolonged a lot longer. I.e., look at the Russia-Ukraine war. We just knew that was going to take, if not 72 hours, maybe a week. We on what, year 3.5, 4?
Thanks. Not to mention the first 24 hours it was going to be over once he took office again.
Yep. So the timeline is, everyone should be very skeptical, because there is not a realistic approach to de-escalating, and Ukraine has said they here. They don't plan on backing down. And when you look at
Iran,
Iran. I apologize. Tomato. But but when you think about that and Iran's strategy, you know, we talked about this one time before, but I don't think that, and I think it's very apparent in the approach that they're having. They know that from a military fight back and forth, they know they can't win it with the U.S. But if I can make this thing, hella uncomfortable. I think that's the whole goal here. If I can make this hella uncomfortable for everybody, and I can point the finger to say, okay, look at them. We didn't start it. They came and started it with us. So if y'all got a problem, go deal with them. That puts a serious strain on America, and the strategy that they're using, it makes me think, how painful enough can Iran make it where the U.S. eventually is like, all right, we're backing off? Because we know it's an ego thing with Donnie T.
Oh, straight ego.
And if you ask the right person, they'll tell you, and I've seen a lot of people say, we losing this war. So how painful can Iran make the situation, or how painful enough can they make it before you believe the U.S. can say, all right, we got to back off?
Well, here's the thing. And you were spot on by saying it's an ego thing. And quite honestly, it's a single man pissing contest.
Oh, for sure.
Because Iran never wanted to directly get in this conflict. But they said we're not running from it. I'm going to tell you what it reminds me of. It reminds me of Mike Tyson Punch Out.
Bro.
Little Mac had no business whatsoever. And for those who don't know, Mike Tyson Punch Out, and I'm aging myself, I don't care. Bro. I look good for my age.
Hey,
I can get your mama, I can get you, get your auntie.
Black
I ain't gonna mess with your grandma, but I drink my water and mind my business. But Little Mac, Mike Tyson's Punch Out was from a boxing game from the 80s when Mike Tyson was the king of the world, the most dangerous man walking around.
Yes, sir.
There's this little Italian guy called Little Mac, and he's fighting up against these many different characters that these characters have one fatal flaw, and you have to exploit that flaw to win. Case in point, Little Mac goes up, and of course it progressively gets more difficult. And Iran is Little Mac right now.
Yep.
I wasn't supposed to win. I wasn't even supposed to be here. Like you said, 72 hours, it's over, and we surrender. But them jokers, and forget this, I'm going to give credit where credit is due. Proper preparation prevents a piss poor performance. And this has not been piss poor on their end.
No, sir, it has not.
The retaliation, the sustainability of the retaliation,
Yep.
and where they're hitting has been making the difference. It's already uncomfortable. People are stuck in different countries where they didn't even think it was going to be. You wouldn't even see a fight on the street.
Mm-hmm.
As I said in the previous episode, I've been to Dubai before.
Yep.
Very beautiful place, very peaceful. To the point, I lost my cell phone in the taxi in Dubai. I let the people know at the hotel that I lost it. Within 24 hours, they had the driver's name, the taxi. I didn't even know the company. All this information within 24 hours of me leaving my cell phone in there. Like, nobody took it from me. Yeah. I left it in there on my own. It was my fault. No, bastards. But they gave me the whole rundown. Yeah. Dun dun dun. I did not get it back. However, because I believe whoever, if he took, I mean, because it's hard to prove. Yeah. He has it. I left it. Yeah. He. In fact, I think he said maybe the next person who got in the cab took. Yeah. Whatever.
But still, to get that information does
to get that information that fast. Here, it could take a week.
If that.
Right. And I say that to say, you're in Dubai on vacation, chilling, and this high-rise luxury hotel is now on fire. And you see rockets flying across the sky. In Dubai? In Abu Dhabi? You on tour at the Grand Mosque. Like that. At the Grand Mosque, and you hear a siren going off. That's not what they expect there.
Mm-hmm. Nor do they have the defenses for it.
Nor do they have now to the UAE's. I can say props, but they putting up a bit of a fight. But that's not their angle.
Yeah. This ain't your thing.
Not their thing at all. And so Iran has made everybody around them uncomfortable. Already. And to the point where it's like there are reports that these countries are like, okay, U.S., are y'all going to help defend us? Yeah. Because we're getting attacked on your behalf because we got your bases here in our countries. Or are you going to leave us out to dry to simply defend Israel?
Bro, that is a great point because in a fair assessment, because if I'm here, you have your assets here. And I'm getting attacked because of my affiliation with you.
And you ain't got no base in Israel.
Bro, whoa. Think about that. Bro, something ain't right about this. I'm going to tell you something that ain't been sitting right with me, Chuck, is that I keep hearing that I'm starting to hear more times that the U.S. is striking than Israel.
That's all you're hearing. That's all you're hearing.
I'm like, what is Israel doing?
U.S. attacks.
I mean, we done outright got 100% drug into this thing. And then we have our folks in the region like, hey, you going to come support us? You going to come do something? You going to come aid us? And if the response is no, that's another win for Iran. This is exactly what we wanted to do.
Because now you've strained your relationship.
Yep. And Iran has the perfect message. And look, we're only hitting you because of them.
Yep.
If you don't want us to hit you, leave them alone. Leave Israel, leave the U.S. alone, and we ain't got no problem. And if you making the block that hot for me, I just got to disown this person? I start assessing the friendship. What am I really getting? I mean, you really ain't there for me.
You ain't had my back.
You ain't got my back.
Homie done swung on me. I tried to defend myself. I
turned around and you got the phone recording.
Yelling World Star. Why am I here? Why?
Yeah. So when you think about it from a strategic factor, Iran's approach, I gotta say, in my opinion, it's just mine. I think it's impressive what they're doing, and it's sustainable for them. And from the understanding that I've seen in some reports, they haven't scratched the surface of their plan quite yet.
Listen, them jokers said it was reported that they said, "Oh, we just ran out of our missile supply from years ago.
Bruh.
We got more. We got more to go.
Bruh.
We have more to go."
And that reported supersonic missiles that they apparently got. We ain't seen that joker come out yet.
Jeezy, the internet is no place of seriousness.
It ain't, bro.
They said one of the missiles Euro stepped all those interceptors.
Oh, bro, I've seen that.
That thing, it's like it paused, slowed down, let the interceptors go by, and it said,
boom. I said, yo, all right, y'all. All right. They got missiles that Euro step, bro.
And then I don't remember his title, and I really don't care. But he was on an interview, and it was like, "Well, what do you think about U.S. troops on the ground?" Oh, bring it on,
bro.
Essentially, his response: "Bring it on." What was it on Clumps? You walk over here, you gonna crawl back.
You gonna crawl back. From a territorial perspective, I would hope that somebody would have learned the lesson from Afghanistan
and Pakistan
and Pakistan, bro. You can go there with them boots on the ground all you want to. Look, Iran know where them fans at.
Hey, them Nike ACGs
ain't gonna make it
for that mountain,
bro. It's not, bro.
You need the right Jesus sandals,
bro. You ain't them jokers out there about barefoot climbing over them bro. You have not a chance at all.
They out there like the mountain goats. The mountain goats be chilling on the thinnest slate on the side of the mountain, leaning with the slightest care in the world, and just be moving right along.
That is not a fight that you want.
No,
it's not a fight. So, and I think even for that to even be a consideration, the response to the war has already been negative. Most Americans are not on board with this.
Well, they didn't want it in the first place because, and many of them like to tout, "Oh, Trump is a peaceful president," and that's one of the reasons I voted for him. And as we've highlighted here before,
dog face lie.
He has 8 points that he likes to completely regurgitate time and time again. That is fraudulent of points in his efforts of peace. But also, we understand what war in this conflict can mean and do for us. And many of them was America first. This is not America first.
It's not at all.
One thing that I mix them up. W is the funny Bush, right?
Yeah.
The one thing that W had, regardless of your conspiracy theory, and I have my own about 9/11, he had that on his side, that the people were backing.
Yep.
Something has to be done.
Yep.
Trump does not have that support.
Excellent point. I think they call it the rally around the flag approach. Something happens to us.
Yes.
It don't matter how you feel. It doesn't matter how you do. Everybody get that warm feeling about America like we do around the World Cup, right? This is America.
No, not the World Cup. We know we're gonna lose.
Hold on, because the women.
Okay, the women. Yeah.
The women's soccer team.
Yes.
the men, them bastards can't do nothing.
Well, they can't even tie their own cleats up, right?
But the women, we all rally around the women, bro. But you're right. Bush had that on his side. We had 9/11, and when 9/11 happened, no matter, it was, everybody stopped. The differences stopped. The conflict stopped. Wherever you thought was right or wrong, left or right, Republican, Democrat, everybody was rallied around that flag. So whatever Bush did, there won't gonna be a single person until we woke up from. If you woke up from drinking that Kool-Aid, you was on board with it. We all watched, how we responded to 9/11, and there's not a single American at that moment, at least, that was not in disagreement. Trump doesn't have that. Mostly everybody is like, no. Now there are. I was gonna say idiots. Yes, I'll say it. Go ahead.
There are idiots out there, and actually, some of them on my Facebook news feed. Actually, I had a guy, white guy, a Trump supporter.
Yeah.
Actually, he used to be my SRO. You talk about yours. And I respect him as a person. He's looked out for me. Shoot, in high school, I had a ticket. I was notorious in my good old 88 Buick Regal for not paying my insurance.
Right.
I had liability insurance and my transmission was bad. And sometimes my car wouldn't even go over 35. So who am I hurting? But so I got a ticket and I had to go to court and I was leaving out. And he was like, "Where you going?" And I told him, he was like, "Hold on." So he made a phone call before I even got down there. He said, "Go see so-and-so. Get there. It's dismissed. It's taken care of. I ain't got to come out of pocket for nothing."
Hey.
You know, and just on the strength.
Yeah.
And so, he's helped others. And so I respect him as a person, and I don't allow the political views to strain what we have built 20 plus years ago. But this idiot got on there and said, "Yeah, I'm glad Trump did what he did in bombing Iran because, you know, they were threatening us and religiously we need to get rid of them." And then these subsequent idiots,
Right.
in the comments,
I was about to say, bro, the comment section be great, bro, be dirty.
Oh my God. And I had that itch.
Bro.
I had that itch to rub two twigs together to start that fire.
Yes, sir.
But I did not have the time to sit there and kindle the fire.
Yep.
to burn the forest down. So I let it go. But I did read those comments because I wanted to laugh. And the people who have consumed the unsweetened Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
This situation. No, this is, I ain't got, yes, iced tea.
It ain't got no lemon flavor to it. It's just straight water and brewed bag.
That's exactly what it is. And the amount of people who truly have bought into the foolishness and the rhetoric of the Muslim versus the Christian. And I want to educate y'all real quick.
Bro, let's do it.
And I seen somebody give this breakdown. So I can't take full credit for this, but it's something that I already knew, but I loved how he did the breakdown because he talked about the Semitic languages of that region. Mm-hmm. And there's Aramaic, Arabic, and one other one. If you want to know, go look it up. But he broke down how very much like Slavic languages, Semitic languages are cousin languages. Mm-hmm. So if you learn one and know one, it's very easy to learn another. Mm-hmm. Case in point, Italian, Spanish, French. Mm-hmm. They're cousin languages. You can learn, if you know Spanish, there are French words that are very similar. Yeah. Italian, there are other words. Portuguese and Spanish, you know, there's some cousinry in the language. Well, that's the same way with Arabic and Aramaic language. And they cuss Allah, not realizing that all Allah means is God.
Bruh, that's it. That's it.
Because if you want to be technical, the man's name ain't Jesus.
Bruh.
It's not his name. So, if you, you know, I'm just, you know, we won't have Bible study right now on PTP, but Muslims and Christians have the same view of one God. Mm-hmm. There's one God.
Bro,
Muslims, go ahead.
I've said it a 1,000 times, bro. It's gonna be a whole lot of these Christian nationalists. They get up to that gate and find out that he a Middle Eastern Unorthodox Jew, and they gonna be begging to go to hell.
Well, it also lets me know that they don't read the good book.
They don't
for understanding,
bro.
Because they said that man got curly wool hair,
bro. If you ask some folks, I ain't never seen nobody with blonde hair and blue eyes in the Middle East. They had like Jesus was born in Kansas.
And if they were blonde hair, blue eyes, they only on a mission and flew in from somewhere else and need to go back home.
But you're right though. This whole notion and the drinking of this iced tea is crazy because we essentially are buying into the mindset that Big Benny has in this region, that they are superior and all these people are people we should hate. And the nationalism in this country is, in order for you to be American, it also must means you have to hate these Muslims, hate these Middle Easterners, hate these Palestinians, hate these. I mean, bro, it is insane.
I got a question for you.
Yes, sir.
Wasn't that a rhetoric? What about 70 years ago?
Yep.
Toward the same group of people that they got reparations for. That if you even turn your nose in the wrong direction, you are condemned. It's the same rhetoric. The same rhetoric, people.
I won't expound on this much more, but the thing that gets me of how we are so supportive of Israel when if you go over there, most of them don't have much respect for Christians.
Woo! Listen, that fool Ted Cruz,
bruh. What do you say? Saying Jesus is king is anti-Semitic.
King is anti-Semitic. When again, here's another lesson. His name wasn't Christ,
bruh.
His name wasn't Christ. It's really a title. That's all it is. Is a title.
It is. That's all it is, bro. It's
a title.
It is, bro. They sit here, and if you read your Bible, they are against Gentiles. Which, if you are not Jewish, then guess what? You're a Gentile. Ted Cruz sat up there and said, "No, was it Ted Cruz? Yeah.
It was Ted Cruz
about the whole. The Bible tells us that we have to." Whoever blesses Israel is blessed, and whoever curses Israel is cursed. I said, y'all
read the Old Testament.
Bro. Y'all, the understanding, and then it ain't the understanding, Chuck, or the lack thereof.
The lack thereof.
It's the weaponizing.
That's it.
That gets me. And if you don't support what America's doing side by side with Israel, or Israel bringing us in and ushering and opening the door and letting us just do things on their behalf, then somehow you're not American, and you certainly can't be a Christian. Is the wildest notion, and they're pumping that and weaponizing that to build support for what they're doing right now with Iran. Yeah, and that's crazy.
Very crazy, being that Jesus told you to welcome the foreigners and treat them with love and kindness. Bruh. Specifically foreigners.
I seen a guy at a MAGA rally, and he said on social media, he asked me, he said, if Jesus wanted to come to America, would you let him? Man, that white lady said, yeah, if he come in legally. I said, bro, not even the savior. Not even the savior can just come in. He just
that man got to put in an application for a visa.
But never mind how he done washed away your sins. He got to come in here legally. Bro, the mindset. The mindset. But
it's scary.
But bro, it is scary. And when you talk about scary, this leads me to my next point. The security concerns that we have around this war. Because we've already started seeing, and I'm not saying that these things, and I don't know from reporting if it's been directly tied to the war. I think one situation or circumstance has, but you had the situation where the gentleman attacked the synagogue that was in Michigan, drove his vehicle straight through, started opening fire, and they luckily had security that was able to overtake the man and neutralize the situation. I believe they were able to kill him, but but he was tied to an Israeli strike. His family member died in Lebanon, I believe it was, from an Israeli airstrike.
Correct.
Something that Israel has done, but again, we're tied to it from the United States perspective, and you have this individual responding and attacking because of that. The issue that happened at Old Dominion University. Gentleman went in and wounded two and killed the commanding officer. They said that before he either when he entered the room or before he died, he shouted out some ISIS like slur. We're seeing this ramp up of these things taking place, and every time conflicts like this escalate, law enforcement we start hearing about these attacks and inspired terrorism. So when we look at the security concerns that surrounded with this war and this conflict that we, in my opinion, have been drugged into, do you think this is something we could see more of here while this war continues to keep unfolding?
So, yes and no.
Okay.
I say yes because you're going to always have lone wolf incidents like these. Unfortunately, these incidents have received the heightened attention because we are in the thick of what's going on. Because there's been incidents where people have done outrageous and outlandish things throughout the history because of what's going on in their home country and have committed, by proper definition, terroristic acts against other individuals. So that's the yes of it. The no is, and it's a soft no because I believe there's the capability of a large scale attack. And I don't want to, harp on 9/11, but on a grander scale, I believe it's possible, but I think we would see more of these smaller lone wolf type situations where, honestly, they're very emotional actions. These and God rest their souls, anyone who lost their life in these incidents, even the one in Texas where I call BS on that as they try to couple it in with everything else of terroristic attacks. But these were very emotional, particularly in Michigan.
Yeah.
You killed my family. And he went after a group that's associated with those who did harm to his family. And although there may not be any direct connection, synagogue, Israel, Jewish faith, we see the tie-in. Yeah. So it's some misguided and misdirected anger and emotion toward individuals. I will say, be careful, stay vigilant, keep your head on the swivel. So that's the crux of the yes and no.
Yeah, I think that you're 100% right in the misplaced anger. I don't want to sound insensitive because while I certainly don't agree with some of the things that an administration may do or what we do as a country, I don't believe that others should have to pay at the hands of something that they had no control over.
Precisely.
These people at the synagogue, whether they were Jewish and, you could maybe say they were tied to Israel. I don't, maybe indirectly because of what Israel stands for. Certainly none of them knew your family member. None of them, coordinated the attack.
Yeah, none of them gave the signal to, hey, make this strike.
I've never understood why you make innocent people suffer because someone of your family or someone suffered and they were innocent. And two wrongs don't make a right in this situation. But I worry and I get concerned because in the age that we live in with social media, and the radicalism and the extremism that we see taking place. I don't think we talked about it on the podcast, but even down to the two gentlemen that like threw makeshift bombs outside of Mabdani's house.
Yeah.
You know, it's stuff like that gets radicalized. And they were like, these two gentlemen were saying they never knew each other, but there may be a potential where, you know, there's some chat room where they are spewing this, you know, this ISIS type rhetoric. It's so dangerous. So it makes me concerned that when you do have conflicts and there's such a disdain and it's painted from a media and social media perspective that this is a, you know, America versus, you know, the Middle East, or, you know, Israel is this and that. And there's such a plethora of just, you know, toxic, you know, messaging that is inspiring people. It does make you say, hey, look, I got to put my head on a swivel. And it makes me feel and worry, will there be more? Because each administration, I think, I thought about this, like, when do we see more of this ramp up? Is it when we have Republican leadership? Is it when we have Democratic leadership? And the conclusion I came to is just the conflict itself. And the messaging itself, and that it gets so dangerous because the emotion behind it. That's really what it is. Like when you talk about misplaced anger, it's the emotion that drives these things to happen. And as they continue to go on, and you have this administration saying, oh, we're planning to do more strikes. We're planning to do more strikes. There's never a tone down to contain the emotion. And that's the concern that I have.
So I agree 1,000% with you. And to your point, it's no different than that leaked group chat from the young Republicans.
Yeah.
That showed the rhetoric and vile that was going across that group. And this was thousands of individuals ranging from 18 to 40. And then that other incident earlier in the year that was spoke on briefly, you're trying to say, oh, these are kids being... No, these are grown men.
Right.
Grown men spewing this foolishness.
Right. And look, and it only take one person that you think that we just kick in and you think it's funny, or you think you've been... But it's that one person who's that is emotionally or mentally unstable.
Yes.
And an extremist has been born.
We're just sitting there. It's like doggone gremlins.
Bruh.
You don't feed them after midnight and don't get them wet. And what do? You feed them after midnight and you know, dump the whole bucket of water on them. Like the ALS challenge. Yep. Now you got the problem.
You got a problem. You're exactly right.
So I agree with you that it's not a Democrat or Republican thing. However, ever since Obama took office, the messaging has gotten louder.
Yeah.
And then when Trump took office, they got comfortable. They got comfortable for letting
brother, hold on, brother. Hold on.
Message.
Say that again, brother. Say that again. Say that again.
So when Obama took office, the message got louder. The message of hate got louder. But they got more comfortable to let the message fly when Trump took office. And a lot of that I place on him because a lot of his messaging was hateful.
Yep.
Even in the primaries and running up, his little jabs and barbs at Rubio. What kind of man are you?
Man, let me tell you.
Ted Cruz.
Ain't no way, bro.
What kind of man are you?
Ain't no way, bro.
And there's many others, but these individuals stand out to me because they sit here and wipe his tail and rub his head to give him what he wants, and he full-on disrespected you. There's one thing for us to trade political jabs back and forth about policy and disagreement on how you move and how you handle things. But you start throwing personal attacks at my family.
Oh, yeah, nah.
At my wife.
Right.
At me, but I can take you talking trash about me.
I'm the one that's on this podium.
I can handle that. I put myself in this position.
Yep.
But you talk about my people?
Man. We can be cool after, but you
we ain't about to be cool. We ain't about to be cool.
When I say cool, I mean we be cordial. Let me say it that way.
No.
If we got to work together politically, we'll be cordial.
Does not exist in this house. No, sir. Not when you talk about me and mine.
But look, that can only be achieved after I give you these hands, though, bro. I gotta give you this work.
I will quote the great linguist and philosopher Clifford T.I. Tip Harris.
Yes, sir.
I don't know what you would do for your respect, but I'm gonna die for mine. You're not about to disrespect my folks.
No, bro.
And they ain't had nothing to do with this. Nah.
You know, but you're 100% right, man. That is such a great point, Chuck. That it definitely ramped up with Obama, but Trump made hate great again.
He made it great again. Open hate great again.
Open hate. The hate always been there.
Always been there.
But
he made open hate great again. When they had to tuck their hate from the Civil Rights Act and the desegregation,
he woke something up in him.
He came back and please refer to the tag at the beginning of this podcast. And this is not to be insensitive, but when he threw out the racial epithets of the Mexicans, and he didn't directly say it about black. Well, he did some. He called some black people ignorant, and can't read and low IQ. And then he's over in Puerto Rico, jump shooting, paper towel rolls,
and they made it comfortable.
They lapped it up like dogs drinking water from the bowl,
It's crazy to me. I remember when Obama was running, and I remember being at my job and looking out the window, and my job was sitting right on the main boulevard in the city, and I seen a guy driving with an Obama dummy hanging on a noose.
I do remember that. I remember that guy.
Never got in trouble with the police. Police didn't tell him to take it down. I mean, nothing. And I mean, he's just driving around with this F Obama with it. I mean, regardless of if you don't like him, you got a black figure hanging by a noose
as you go down the
nobody thought that was a problem.
Thoroughfare,
bro,
in the city.
And I'm sitting there like, how in the world? Hate all you want, but openly hate like that?
That's not even hate.
That's something different.
That's venom. That's just vitriol and venom running through you, and to hang a black figure,
bruh.
Knowing what it represents, because you could have had them posted up with a gunshot.
Had a sign and it would have been cool.
Anything.
You had to do that.
You had to do that,
bruh. Driving around on a Saturday on the busiest boulevard, bruh. It's crazy. So it makes me think of when you talk about security concerns, and we look at the point that you made where Trump made it comfortable, then it makes me concerned from the security perspective of the leadership we have. How do you contain or tone down?
They don't. I hate to cut you off.
No.
January 6th happened. Contain what? And not only did it happen, we had some consequence and repercussions for those actions. Mm-hmm. People got locked up. People got charges. And what did he do? Pardon them.
Every last one of them.
Come back through, spin the block, and pardon them. So do we expect them to come in and quell the fire of hatred and foolishness? No, they're going to pour more gasoline on it.
That's crazy, bro. I mean, when you really put it in perspective, it's crazy. And that's why I feel that definitely to the point you made, heads need to be on the swivel. Heads need to be on the swivel.
Have to be. Because and not to mention, particularly the Hispanic brothers and sisters, although this war has dominated the headlines, y'all are still being hunted. And that's because that's what it is.
Oh, for sure.
Y'all are still being hunted. Nationally.
Now they can just do it without having to worry about it being on national news every day and every night.
Correct. Correct. And in that, partially the Asian community, partially, but we saw what happened here in Georgia where that lady messed up billions of dollars, and the governor in Georgia had to go over to South Korea to try to save
from that plant when they raided that plant.
Yeah, because you want to call all these folks, and they here with work visas working to help get a plant, to help get a plant up that's in your district to train the people so they can come run it. Like it and wow, I don't want to go off on a tangent too much, but I'm making this point to show the level of idiocy.
Yep.
There was work done to broker billions of dollars in this deal.
Yep.
To have this plant come, to build these different things. So guess what? These folks have to come over here and teach the workers how to use this equipment. And it's not like they just got there. They have been there. And I see all these people over here. ICE, come over here. You hadn't asked the first piece of question, had the first piece of conversation.
Just doing.
Bruh,
I know Nike say just do it, but don't take it literal, bruh. Think about it. What Peter Green say, think twice before you answer. Think twice before you say yes.
Like, you meddling.
Yep. Yeah, that's what it is. Meddling. I mean, but ain't that typical? Ain't that typical?
Yeah.
So then at the end of the day, are they really to blame for just doing what's in their nature?
Yeah. Yes, they are. You need to sit down somewhere.
Sit down. If it weren't for the meddling kids.
Even the meddling kids, I would have got away with it. Sick of y'all.
Bruh. But yeah, I mean, about to fumble the bag, doing something that, an idiot would do.
In your district.
Yeah.
Like, she wasn't just a common citizen. She was a political figure.
Yep.
But you fumbling the bag in your home.
Wow. That's wild, bro. Well, to that point that you mentioned, Chuck, that makes me think of the political fallout with what's going on. And, the administration, as I said before, has already signaled that there's more strikes that could be possible if Iran continues to attack. U.S. Iran is going to continue to attack. I'm gonna go ahead. You ain't got to put if in it. I'm telling
you. When y'all stop, we'll stop. If you don't stop, I ain't stopping.
I have no connections or affiliates with Iran, but I tend to do as the good sister Maya Angelou would tell you that a snake tells you a snake, believe it the first time. They have shown that they here and they're gonna keep doing what they got to do. So listen,
although he has a nasty record with his name. That man from New York and Harlem told us can't stop, won't stop.
Hey, bro. Hey, Iran said take that. But with Iran, we know it's going to continue to attack. They have a strategy.
Yes,
and a good one.
And it's not just concepts.
And nope, they ain't got concepts of a plan. They got a plan, and the plan is working. When you think about this, do you think from a political fallout perspective of this, that this becomes a defining foreign policy issue heading into the election?
There's only one answer to this, my brother. Most definitely. Listen, we're already starting to see it. You're already starting to see it. As we had talked about before with the special elections and the results of those special elections in areas that Trump won decisively and the Republican is losing, some in a, I say narrow but significant margin, but others in a very shocking, substantial defeat of the Republican. And as we continue to roll on and this conflict continues to go, well, the Democrats already had on their side the argument of healthcare.
Yeah.
They already had in their back pocket the rising cost of healthcare.
Yep.
One thing that we did not touch on earlier in talking about the rising price of oil, ladies and gentlemen, that means food cost goes up because you have to transport this food.
Yep.
And I don't know if y'all have looked. You worried about how much it costs for your car, but diesel is much higher, significantly higher.
Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord.
And as my good brother Jeezy can tell you in the line of work that he does, that transportation cost,
bro, let me tell you,
it's going to get passed down.
Yes, sir. I seen that report this past weekend. Was like, I ain't seen a jump like that in the 9 years I've been doing what I've been doing. Pandemic level
yes,
almost.
Yes. So coming from one who, my background, I have a finance background. I actually flirted with being an econ major, but couldn't realize what substantial job I could get without without going through the rigmarole. Veered from that, but studied in economics, and my brother is thoroughly entrenched in logistics. We can tell you that diesel price going higher costs more to transport this stuff. It's going to cost more for you to get it out the store.
Isn't there a word that Trump says that starts with an I that he said we don't have? I think it's inflation.
Or affordability is a hoax. It's a hoax. It's a magic trick. It's like you being hypnotized to believe.
Does this have something? Does this don't some of this stuff flirt with inflation as well too?
And quiet as this kept, people, and I'm gonna whisper this. There are reports that the housing market,
bruh,
may be taking a big hit too. I'm not trying to scare anyone. I'm just saying all of this from the impact that it's going to have on our day-to-day lives, but also it's going to have an impact at the polls.
Yep.
Because what you can't do is sit here and tell me that things are going great and I can barely fill my tank up.
Let me tell you, man. That's a gripe of mine, Chuck, that I don't understand about particularly middle class and low middle class Americans that support Trump. Because he says affordability is a hoax. I know you can't afford the life that you need.
No, you can't.
I've seen a man in a grocery store the other day with a Trump hat on, and I'm not making fun of this, but I'm just driving this point. The groceries that he had in his cart, I thank God I'm not in that position.
Man.
Brother, I didn't grow up with a silver spoon in my mouth, but I thank God that I don't have to eat hyena sausages anymore. To see a man 50 plus with a MAGA hat on, with a pack of saltine crackers and some hyenas as his groceries, and your guns blazing behind a president that tells you affordability is a hoax, sir, that ain't affordability.
No.
When I see a MAGA flag flying in a yard that I'm driving home and the house look like a good wind to blow it down, that to me don't look like I know that you ain't chose that. I know that ain't the life you chose. That's the life that you can afford. And I'm not making fun of that. The point I'm making is that you have a president that you support and he is doing everything possible to keep you in that position.
Yeah.
And you are telling me that you gonna go to a poll and color in a dot of someone who supports keeping you down?
And his family has made more money than they ever made.
Bruh, I heard the numbers they talking about for Jared Kushner. I said,
billions.
Dog.
Billions.
Bro, they said Jared Kushner, bro, is racking up in the Middle East.
And they had the nerve to say something about Hunter Biden.
Hey, we might need to find. Cause Hunter been quiet lately, bro. He went on a little month tour where he was going crazy, and so far we ain't heard nothing. I seen the black folks mad. They said they were mad because Kamala Harris said, "I told you so." I said, "Well, she did."
Why you mad at her? I told y'all what was going to happen.
As my children can tell you, and you can say that I'm wrong or not, but I am a very heavy advocate of being that parent that I am definitely going to say, "I told you so." Now, once we get past the situation, daddy gonna be there and daddy gonna do what he got to do.
I'm support you.
But if you think that you ain't gonna hear me say, "I told you so," listen,
mine already. They literally, you ain't gotta say it. You right, I ain't gotta say it. You know it. I ain't gotta say it. You know it.
My oldest daughter told me a couple of weeks ago, I didn't even tell you X, Y, and Z because I knew you were gonna say I told you so. You should have just went ahead and got that over with. Because guess what? I'm gonna tell you I told you so now. But when we think about this, though, from the political perspective, and you go to the polls, you're right, Chuck. Absolutely, this is going to play into it, and you are just piling the deck of issues that Democrats can run on.
They don't even have to run.
You're right. They can crawl.
They've made this so easy. Quite honestly, if they fumble this bag,
bruh, just get rid of the party. We need another party.
Somebody else.
Bruh, we need another party. Because at this point, I mean, Trump is literally handing every single win for the Democrat. I mean, the ads, they write themselves. I mean, it's easy work that you can get the dummies of Doge to do. I mean, it's that easy. I mean,
from the crazy time of, listen, you folks out there, y'all need to come grab us and pay us.
Yes, sir.
Because from your argument, you can paint the picture of Doge to Kyrsten Sinema blowing $220 million.
Yep.
What is it? What is it, Trump? What is it, Trump supporters? What is it, those who he give his golden hand of support to? Is it Doge and cutting the excess fat? Or is it Kyrsten Sinema spending $223 million on ads starring her? You tell me. Like these are
where
the things.
Do you draw the lines?
Like this writes itself.
Manny said at this point one time that, you have a lot of people who are one issue voters. I would love for you for somebody to tell me.
Show me your issue.
What's the one issue you still holding on to?
What's your issue?
Because right now, all of them have been exposed. So
every last one of them.
I can't think of too many one issue votes that you can go on. Maybe they still hanging on to the one that won't go away, and that's how. Because somewhere, I'm gonna tell you right now, between now and November, and I heard Trump start bringing it back up, and I've seen it on some Republican ads. They bringing up the trans stuff already. That's that card, that LGBTQ and the trans stuff. That's that one card. Sports. Yep, that keep me out of women's sports. We ain't heard nobody. Bro, ain't.
Well, first off, the ones that spew this don't even watch or support women's sports,
bruh.
Don't even do it.
The same people saying keep men out of women's sports, telling me something. Man, I'll watch the WNBA if they don't. Bro,
exactly.
Half of y'all don't even show up for y'all own kids to go watch them when they play sports. Hey, y'all talking about keep me. You wouldn't know they were men anyway because you ain't never there.
Never there.
Look, bro, get out of here, bro. I need to know what books they read in school. You can't read. You ain't on the PTO. Read. You don't show up for no teacher parent conference, bro. Please,
if you had an accelerated reader, if you had an accelerated reader program at the school at the job, your points total would be low.
You can't
read.
Last
time you read a book,
you can't read the SOPs to do your job properly. You talking about worried about what your child reading in the classroom? You can't read the training manual to do your job correct. That's why you keep getting wrote up.
Oh my God! You can't read your SOPs.
I hate
always
that,
want to
bro.
correct somebody.
Yeah, always, bro. You talking about something? What books my kid read? Your kid got a behavior problem. He can't even stand here enough to read the books we read. Y'all worry about the wrong thing. But you know they're gonna peddle that out there because at this point, the barrel is very thin of what issues you can stand on now because you've given the Democrats just about every possible win on every major issue that you can call when it comes to a ballot at the polls.
Yeah.
So
every single one of them.
You know that it's gonna be an issue, man, and Trump's just gonna continue to make it worse. And to your point, if the market starts falling with housing, affordability gets worse. Like I said in the group, you know, when gas prices were going up, we seen all those "Let's Go" branding that was posted on the gas pumps.
Mm-hmm.
I need the Trump version. Be fair. Y'all gonna call him Sleepy Joe? Talk about how he gets sleepy. If he raised the price on gas, talk about how he raised the price on gas. Be fair. Don't be one-sided about it. Because one thing about it, I ain't gonna agree with everything Obama did, but I'm gonna tell you, he was wrong. I ain't agree with that. That was the wrong thing to do. Call a spade a spade. And I think that you're gonna see a lot of that, I would hope, at the polls. Hold these people accountable. These people accountable because I can't remember which senator said it or which congressman said it that where you stand on the war, you need to make it public. Everybody need to be held accountable. Good brother Massey.
It was Massey? Yeah.
Good brother Massey. Everybody needs to know where everybody stands so that when I go to them polls, if I know that you are a culprit to my affordability, to the crisis that is happening, to the security concerns of this nation, you don't need to vote. I mean, I don't need to vote for you. I'm not sending you to Washington to go do the bid. And I love what I can't remember if it was Massey or somebody else that said it. If the president wants to put boots on the ground, every person that vote for the war need to send one of their own.
Send them.
Send one of their own.
Lock him up.
So yeah, man. So where things stand right now, you know, the war between Iran, Israel, and the U.S. is escalating. And I'm going to be real with you. We might have to put an asterisk beside Israel. I don't know how much Israel was involved. I think they just opened the door. And then they went back home, and now they just defending their front porch. But they ain't.
And that ain't their front porch.
Boy, they said it. Hezbollah said them things over from Lebanon, boy, all day and all night.
Their front porch look like when the city come through and widen the road.
Bruh.
You ain't got much. I'm sorry. People have lost their lives, and I'm not insensitive to them losing their lives.
We not, y'all. We not.
By no means. However, it's not looking good.
Bruh. That's why the U.S. is doing all of it. Israel just trying to contain what they got.
But to your point, this is very much like the group project, and Israel come and put their name on it at the end, just in case you did good and get a good grade on it.
They made the OneDrive document for everybody to put their work on, and then they submitted it to the professor and put their name on it. But that's it.
Israel
beginning and end.
Hey, I formed a group. Hey, you want to join my group?
Yep.
You want to join my group?
Yep. Now I see why nobody was trying to join your group. I got to do all the work, bruh,
and get blamed when things don't go right.
And they picked the worst president, bro, to sit here and sign off on it, bro. You would think, and this is why you should, and see, Trump, this is why, and I'm going to be finished with this, but this is why you supposed to, even though you may not agree with previous and former presidents, this is why you at least have some type of rapport.
Yeah.
So that you can have that conversation. Hey, man, look, why you know, Big Nettie said he wanted me to bomb Iran. Why you ain't do it?
Well,
tell you blah 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 blah.
Since you bring that up, my good brother. I thought this was going to be a very, I guess you say fact-based represented episode. But there are reports that had come out that Nettie tried the same song and dance on Obama. And they said it was about 30 to 45 minutes away from actually striking. And then Obama was like, hold up, nah, you do it. We're not doing that. Then he tried it with Trump. Trump was like, no.
The first turn?
The first term.
Okay.
And I'm inclined to believe you had the likes of Roger Stone and Steve Bannon who helped defer and push that off. And I hate giving them cricket jokers as much credit as I do.
A broken clock can be right twice a day, bro.
But if, as you look back between the comparisons of the two administrations, they're some of the strongest defiers of Trump in regards to giving him pushback. And we said this before in the conversation about puppets. Mm-hmm. They will stand up to him. Roger Stone ain't taking trash junk from nobody.
Nah, not as long as he been around the block. Nah, he an OG.
OG.
And so, look, went to jail for it and everything. He like, bro,
exactly.
Look.
It is what it is.
Yep.
I stand on my head doing my time.
Yep.
And then it moved to Biden. And Biden was like, hey, nah, we good.
Yeah.
We ain't gonna do this. And then we roll back around. And as we told y'all, Nettie and Trump were kind of on the end because Nettie kind of gave Biden too much love that Trump didn't like. And there are reports that Nettie wanted this to happen last year. And Trump was, well, maybe. Mm-hmm. And this is before, was it June when we did the strikes on the nuclear sites? This was like April-ish of last year. And it was like, and then we roll around and whatever he told them, did the strikes in June. Well, this plan that's going on now, he wanted to happen again in November, per reports. Mm. And Trump was kind of like, no, we did enough in June. We're good. And so then they was like, well, we're going to do it anyway. And he's like, hold on. What you mean y'all going to do it anyway? And as you listen to all of the different clippings and different, Pete Hegseth, who else has said something? Rubio. Mm-hmm. There's one other person, Witkoff. They all, well, we decided to go ahead and do it because Israel was going to do it anyway. Who cares if they were going to do it anyway? Let them do what they're going to do. Let them do it. Because guess what's going to happen? They're going to shoot at Israel if you don't do anything. Yep. Oh, but we got to defend them. Send them some missiles. Send us some interceptors.
Yeah. But we ain't got to get directly involved.
We ain't got to get directly involved.
Yeah.
If anybody else come in and mind their business, y'all big and bad, run up on them.
Bruh.
But then you get to this point, and I think I said it last episode, you attack that ego.
Man.
Well, they tried to kill you. Well, you ain't got real evidence. They tried to kill me. They tried to kill me. I'm Big Donnie.
You know who I am?
Big Donnie. My ear regenerates after I get sniped off. But Big Donnie.
They done tried to kill me 3 or 4 times and they can't do it. Got it. They're talking like American Gangster.
Listen, King Kong ain't got ish on me.
Yep. And then he said, got him.
Got him. Mm-hmm. Got him. And now look at where the U.S. is in a quandary.
Yeah.
Because, and then we briefly mentioned it, but the reports were that there's 5,000 troops that have been, I guess they deployed to Iraq in preparation of a possible action. Why do we have 5,000 Marines in Iraq? Send them people home.
Bruh. A lot of them said they pissed. We supposed to be home, bro. We supposed to be home.
I shouldn't even be over here. Send them people home,
bro. For a war that most Americans don't even agree with, a conflict we shouldn't even be in.
And you cowards of Congress,
letting them do it.
In fact, forget the Republicans. We know what they expect from them in this. You cowards in the Democratic Party that are a part of this little Democratic rotation. Mm-hmm. And for those who don't know what this Democratic rotation is, it's a select few who are just enough to give the Republicans just enough votes to pass just enough of their crap that they need. We talked about this before. Those losers who is not seeking re-election, who helped open the government back up. It wasn't everybody. Just a handful of them. It wasn't everybody with this war powers resolution that got killed, but it was just enough of them. I'm sick of you just enough individuals. Stand on business. Like stand for something. You just enough.
Ridiculous, bro.
I'm sorry.
Ridiculous. Hey,
I'm
bro.
sick of them. I'm sick of them, man.
Sick of it.
Sick of no, like there is no backbone. There's no backbone,
bro. Nobody sent you to the Congress to be tilapia, bro.
I had a conversation about fish at work, and what's your favorite kind of fish? And somebody said tilapia, and I looked at him and said, "Don't ever talk to me again,
bro."
Tilapia being your favorite fish.
That's wild, bro.
You back up.
Grow up.
Grow up. You got a job.
Grow up.
I'm making sure you get your hours. What do you mean tilapia is your favorite?
Tilapia is like the spam of fish.
Hold on, slow down, Jay. Slow down.
Hold on, treat meat.
That's treat meat. You know what I'm saying? Can you give me? Well, I don't know about this new spam. I ain't had this new spam.
Hey, look, I be trying to
the old spam.
Hey, Friday, you gotta have it.
Friday, bad boy.
It gotta be sliced just right, though, bro.
Slice
can't be too thin, too thick.
Can't be too thick. Yeah, too thin is going.
Yep.
Too thick and it ain't gonna cook.
It ain't gonna do what it need to do.
Yeah, just right.
Yes, sir.
Little less than a quarter of an inch. Fry that bad boy up. It's crispy on both sides. make you a pot of rice and stew you some tomatoes. What up?
See, I like to get my food quick, bro. So I make me a good sandwich.
That too. But you start your tomatoes first.
Hey,
that good stew to them.
I heard them Asians like spam, bro.
Oh yeah,
I heard they
love
do
it over there.
I got to see what that's about, bro.
They love it over there, but that's a different spam too.
Well, yeah, I got to read the back of the label.
Speaking of reading the back of the label, I was put on to something on Twitter, and there was like some of these labels say made with bioengineered food products now. Read the back of them labels. If it's made with bioengineered anything, I'm bioengineering putting it back. I'm not trying to be the bionic man.
If you notice your pinky toe start growing an afro on the top of it, you know why?
Nah, they pinky toes is already doing that. They need to go see Sue May and get that thing rubbed down. Nah.
But with global, oil markets and shipping lanes under threat, Iran may shift towards some cyber attacks, proxy attacks, and security agencies are already watching closely for potential U.S. threats, bro.
Well, we already had one attack through a healthcare agency, Stryker. They had a cyber attack. Let me get the specifics on that. But yeah, their stuff was hijacked, and hold on, y'all. I got you, because this was major, and to my brother Jeezy's point, that's the next level of war,
man.
We are so
plan, not concepts. Plans.
Yes.
I want y'all to understand plans.
So, like they lost access to all of their stuff. There wasn't anything that they could do. So there's a hacker group which supports the Iranian regime, claim responsibility for the cyber attack, and Stryker saying that they are working with law enforcement in regards to this. So on Wednesday morning, employees found laptops and mobile devices tied to their Stryker accounts were locked up. The company confirmed it was a targeted cyber attack directed through this is not good, through Microsoft Suite.
Oh, bro, no.
Disrupted networks and Stryker's facilities across the world. Workers at the company's global headquarters were told not to report to work on Wednesday and keep their devices from connecting to the internet.
Good.
Yeah.
Hey, well, listen, man. The Iranian people said, I believe the Ayatollah before his passing said that they ain't got no problem with Americans. Is that Donnie T they don't like. So I'm just gonna say this: if by chance on some device that you have in Iran and you listening to this podcast, if y'all want to start doing cyber attacks,
we know where to point you.
Look, you really want the Americans on your side in this war? Hit them student loans.
Fannie, Sally Mae.
Sally and Fannie.
And Fannie, the U.S. Department of Education.
Yep. And look,
you got
Department of Education leadership is a little weak right now with Ms. McMahon, so you might have a shot.
She will open and click on that link. Just send it to her.
She definitely gonna open that link.
Just send it to her. I promise you.
All you gotta do put up there from the attorney of Vince McMahon in the subject line and have an attachment.
Speaking of Vince, you seen that food recently?
Hey, that man looked like a Wario on Ozempic.
Man got a silver patch in the front of his head, and then he got jet black around it.
Vince wild,
if you don't get your wild self out of here, man.
Bro, he took one too many chairs to the head, bro.
And too many shots of HGH.
Bro, way too many. But yeah, man, with all that being said, and you put it all together, the scary part to me is this, is that we still may be in the early stages of this war, bro. It's a possibility.
Yes.
We just may have rounded first base.
I think we still at the plate.
Bro, oh, God.
We still at bat.
Woo! That ain't good at all. That ain't good at all, brother. So, with that being said, final thoughts before we move on, brother. Anything else we need to discuss pertaining to the war?
God help us.
Peace be the journey.
Peace be the journey. I leave it in my master's hands.
Look, he's still sitting on the throne. That's all.
All I can say. Ooh, do not be weary and well doing. That's all I can say to you.
Well, with that being said, folks, as always, we've reached that point of our episode that we got something to share with you. And what that is our pickle of the week.
We've got your pickle. We've got your pickle. We've got your pickle.
All right.
Who's in the brine, my good brother?
Now I got to mention this because we didn't get to mention it on the last topic. Donnie T could be in the brine again. He should be in the brine again.
There's every episode I can see him being in the brine.
And the reason is because our good brother that we have to mention, I got to take time out. Our brother Jerome.
Oh, yeah.
Brother Jerome. Yeah. Donnie.
Listen, leave that man alone. Because he undefeated. He undefeated against you, bro.
Bro, this is, he is Undertaker at WrestleMania. John Cena. Like,
leave that man alone.
That man alone. You can intimidate all you want. You can say, but at the end of the day, brother Jerome is the man, because one thing about Jerome, he do his job to the what? To the T.
To the T.
Everything. You won't find a mistake. You won't find, bro. I respect Jerome Powell for what he's done, how he's standing on business, and Trump has yet again lost in the course of trying to do anything as far as criminate Big Jerome on anything that he's done as far as the Fed. So Donnie T, you should be in the pickle because you need to leave that man alone.
Jerome, and just to let everybody know, the federal judge has blocked the subpoenas that the DOJ had submitted in against Jerome Powell, essentially and effectively killing off their investigation because it's politically charged.
Ain't nothing to see here.
Like
nothing to see here.
Nothing at all.
Yeah, I think I seen a clip where they asked Pam Bondi about it. Boy, she got hot, and I said, "Yep."
Oh yeah, she got hot.
That's how you know when something is wrong, because she defends wrong as loud as she possibly can.
Yeah, and they're talking about appealing the decision, but
you're gonna make it a third time.
You're gonna not make yourself look bad. You're gonna continue.
What the word say, brother? Touch not my anointed.
Touch not my anointed.
And do Jerome no harm.
None whatsoever.
Right. Look, the Lord in the Old Testament had Job. In modern day, he got Jerome. You can't touch him unless I let you.
That's it.
Can't touch him unless I let you.
Look, I just want to read one of the quotes from the judge. The judge said, "The government has offered no evidence whatsoever that Powell committed any crime other than displeasing the president." He further went and said, "The government might as well investigate him for mail fraud because someone once saw him send a letter."
Go home, folks. Nothing to see here.
Please go home.
Right. And you know that judge or whoever that judge was, when he wrote it, he was pissed.
Yeah, wasting my time.
You wasted my big, bro. I was supposed to be on the plane going to the golf course, bro. I got to come in here and give this ruling on this nonsense.
Pure nonsense.
But that's who should be a Pickle. But it's not Donnie T and the DOJ. It's Kyrsten Sinema. Now you may be saying, who in the world is Kyrsten Sinema? She was a congresswoman, Democratic congresswoman. And she's already left Washington. She's no longer in Washington anymore, but she finds herself leaving Washington and walking straight into some courtroom drama. So according to a lawsuit that just surfaced, Sinema is being accused of having an affair with a married man, and the man's wife is now suing her over it, and the man was her former bodyguard. For those you don't know, she's a very colorful lady that loves to dabble on both sides of the fence, if you know what I mean. And then you talk about running and jumping over either. No, sir. She like to see which side has the greener side oftentimes. But in the suit, it was filed by the woman who claims that Sinema had a relationship with her husband and ultimately helped lead to a collapse in their marriage. Now, here's the thing. This lawsuit was filed in North Carolina. And in North Carolina, bruh, they allow in North Carolina someone to sue a third party for something known as alienation of affection. She's come out, and Sinema has already said that, yeah, I had an affair with my former bodyguard that was married. But that ain't had nothing to do why their marriage collapsed. I can't wreck a home that was already in shambles, is what she's saying. Can't wreck a home that don't have windows and doors. But if you ain't got no windows and doors, you let anybody in. But she's fighting the civil suit over the alleged affair. But you know, North Carolina does not care. They don't play. This alienation of affection, I've seen several people get hemmed up because of this. Mm-hmm. And you admitted to it. You just handed them the case. I don't know what she's looking to do in politics since she's left Washington. But she better go find out how to make some money. You better find you better find another hobby. You better find another way, another means, another source of income, because this ain't good. And to that, you know, Miss Sinema, you in the pickle. But I got another level to this that kind of pisses me off, is that You cows of Congress, y'all just get up there and go hang out at bars and screw all day. Can y'all do some work for the real people?
Nope.
We keep hearing about how we just heard about what Tony Gonzalez last week was the pickle because he was having an affair with a girl on his staff. Y'all doing everything but working.
Everything but working.
Do some work.
if you focus on the real task at hand,
right,
you would not be caught up. Yeah.
Like my grandma would say when she see us sitting around and we ain't doing nothing, you ain't got no work to do.
And they say that idle mind is the devil's playground.
Yep.
Yeah.
And the devil having his way. Do some work. And I believe that she might have been married as well too, but I think she'd been divorced at the time. Once she got divorced, she just started. She opened the playground up and was having fun. So, which I ain't saying nothing wrong with as a single woman.
Hey, do what you want to with your single friends.
Yeah,
but if you go and you interfere with a married individual, their spouse has every right, according to whatever state they're in, to pursue whatever action they can pursue.
Yep.
Simple as that.
Find somebody else to play with. Not the ones that's already claimed.
Play with some legislation first, though.
Yeah. Play with some legislation. Get something done. Because, this ain't it. So, Miss Sinema, from what I've seen from that alienation of affection, I believe it's a home run hit. I think at this point it's just a matter of how much they give you. You can fight all you want to it. You done admitted to it, and as the side chick, I don't know if you got enough evidence of the information to fight this in the courthouse. So you just pay that lady and go on about your business.
Hey, can we talk over here if you don't mind? Let's come over here and talk. Let's come to a resolution.
You might want to settle. But that is my pickle of the week. So, as always, we've reached that part of our episode where we give our spotlight of the week. So, my brother, what's your spotlight for the week? What you got your eye on this week?
Well, my good brother, I had one thing in mind for my spotlight.
Okay,
and then I remembered there was a spotlight that I wanted to do earlier in the week, and I thank the good Lord that He brought it back to my remembrance, as the old folks say. My spotlight is on the World Cup.
Okay.
Our time is fastly approaching. We're less than 100 days away from the World Cup kicking off.
Wow.
Yes, sir. Because just last week, I want to say it was, Governor George Kemp, some people from Atlanta were in New York and rung the opening bell, commemorating 100 days until the World Cup kicks off. I don't know if you've been hearing the news reports, people, but there's several fan fests that have been getting canceled left and right.
Oh, boy.
But then also, with everything that's going on in the conflict over in Iran, Trump made the comment, I don't know if it's safe for the Iranian team to come over here.
Oh, bro.
And then there's reports that the Iranian team was already considering withdrawing from the World Cup as it was. Not to mention all the other issues in regards to immigration and the worry of ICE involvement or interference. Ticket sales are down. There's a lot of things in question. So the reason the World Cup is a spotlight is because where are we going to go from here? Right. What's going to happen? There are also reports that there are several countries who are considering holding out and withdrawing from the World Cup. One really piqued my interest was France.
Wow.
They have a very strong team and considered one of the favorites to win the World Cup, and they are considering not even showing up for the World Cup due to the conflict that's going on. So keep an eye on it. Like I said, we're less than 100 days away.
Good time, bro.
It's about to piss me all the way off, brother.
I was looking forward to it.
For sure. And then this also is not a good light for us as 2028 approaches for the Olympics in LA. So,
man,
yeah, it's going to be an interesting time. And then there's also the...
Is this going to be like the equivalent of the NBA when it was in the bubble?
Bruh. Oh my God! I hope not. But then also to the level of security concerns that you talked about earlier to start the show out in regards to attacks. You have large gatherings, and the world's eye will be on the World Cup.
Yeah. Extremist alert.
If you want to make a statement,
yeah.
And the World Cup is in North America, so there's matches in Canada, U.S., and Mexico.
Yep.
Oh, not to mention, the whole cartel stuff that happened in Guadalajara, and that's where matches are going to be. This World Cup has been up against it,
bro.
In 2026.
They might have to go just do it somewhere else, bro. Just find a neutral site, bro. That ain't got no who ain't got no Greenland.
Hey, look, I see what you did there. I just don't know if they have a soccer stadium.
Hey, we'll see. I'm just saying, it's an option.
It's an option.
Greenland, let us know. y'all got a soccer field over there?
How fast can y'all throw something together? There's that dinner of leftovers that you just threw together.
When you take the rotisserie chicken and make the leftover rotisserie chicken, you make it to a chicken pot pie.
Oh, I was gonna say chicken salad.
Yeah, I don't eat chicken salad, bro. So,
oh man,
yeah, I know I'm missing out.
It's all right, brother. You probably don't eat tuna salad either.
No, sir.
Oh my Lord. All right, where's your spotlight? I don't even want to unbreak my heart,
bro. My wife loves it, bro. My wife,
yes,
I've been told, and my sister-in-law makes an amazing tuna salad.
Oh, I'm gonna have to put sister to the test next time I'm around that area. And I tell her often, my aunt makes an amazing one too. I go buy the ingredients. Look, I have no problem.
Yeah, that's a cup that I will not bear, brother. I will not bear. Well, there was one thing that you spoke of before in pre-show. I think you were saying was your spotlight that I'm gonna bring it up because it made me think about what you said about the World Cup, but with the TSA.
Yes, that was gonna be my original spotlight.
That makes me think with the World Cup coming in less than 100 days.
I was
about to say I can't even go and enjoy the cup because I might not even be able to get there.
Facts.
So, I think this is the first full month of the shutdown, and paychecks have not been given out to those members that are being affected by the DHS. DHS. So, you have the World Cup coming in. What is that even going to look like if it's not ended in within 100 days? Because from the way it looked, ain't no end in sight, no time soon.
And to that, a lot of these venues are not in the city that you got to fly into.
No. Oh, no.
Atlanta's an exception for many people.
I think Boston is one.
No, bro. It's one that you fly into Boston, but you got to drive the
it's in Foxborough. Okay,
it's at Gillette.
Okay.
It's at Gillette.
I thought it was one in Foxborough and one in Boston, but okay.
No, gotcha. Sir. They in Foxborough. For Santa Clara, which is San Francisco.
Yeah.
Santa Clara is a drive, like,
bruh.
L.A.
It's about to be.
It's not in the city, and they came out, and part of the reason, I guess it's gonna be a spotlight now. But there are lines. I want to say it was in New Orleans. The lines were all the way out into the parking garage. Bruh. Hours upon hours.
Ain't no way. I'd have that travel insurance, get my money back, and I'm headed back to the crib.
And all they have to say up top of the DHS is, just go to work.
No.
What?
Sound like I'm about to hit that Amtrak, dog. Amtrak, holler at me.
Yeah, because you got to go Amtrak. Renting a car is going to be doggone expensive because that gas ain't going to be cheap either.
Yep.
Oh, Lord, we just...
Let me go ahead and get on that train. Bring it back old school. Give me a Greyhound. What you doing?
Ooh.
Let me do like Ray Charles, bro. I got a mama sent me with a newspaper in a suitcase with my name on it. I'm in the city for the World Cup. What up?
Oh, man. Greyhound, boy, diabolical.
Bro, mad diabolical, bro. But yeah, man, that makes me sad, bro, because I really do enjoy the World Cup, and I was excited for it to come to North America, because I'm like, I got hooked on it a couple of series World Cups back, and found my team, and I love the energy. It's just like, just like the Olympics, it's the same vibe, but just on a whole nother level, and just the matches are just amazing. Amazing classic, game. Bro. It's a very for those that are listening, if you're not hip to soccer, do yourself a favor and do. Just watch the World Cup and just watch the energy of the people repping their teams. And I'm telling you, it's a game changer, bro. I was not a big soccer. None other, bro. None other. I was not a soccer fan growing up. Got hip to the game very late in life, but I am glad that I did, and I believe a couple of my brothers introduced me when the World Cup came, and I was like, oh yeah, I see the hype. So I definitely love the sport. So I would well, man, you might not want to watch this World Cup. Might be a bad. I might be hyping it up to y'all like, bro, this is trash.
What is this mess?
But yeah. Well, my spotlight of the week, to wrap it up, is headed down to Cuba. To our folks down in Cuba, because something interesting is happening with a name you may be familiar with. I'm sure we all have heard of the name Castro. Mm-hmm. Now, when most people would think that the Castro era ended when Fidel Castro died, and Raul Castro stepped away from power. Mm-hmm. But the reality of that is that the Castro family still holds a lot of influence behind the scenes. And now there's a new name that has been popping up in Cuba, and that is Raul Rodriguez Castro, or known as Relado. He is
Relado?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm with it. That's his rap name.
Hey, look. Homie got a full name and a nickname.
He about the action.
He about that action. But he is Raul Castro's grandson. So for years, he served as his grandfather's personal bodyguard and security chief. And he's considered one of the most trusted people inside the inner circle. But recently, he's been appearing more publicly and reportedly been taking part in quiet conversations connected to the United States, including people close to Marco Rubio. So,
they hate Marco Rubio.
Right.
They hate Marco.
That could get really, really interesting, because Cuba right now is dealing with some serious economic problems, blackout, fuel shortages, growing frustration from the public. So with these behind the scene conversations happening about Cuba's future, it is important, because he doesn't officially run the country, but he's being treated like a major power broker. So it's going to be very interesting to watch and keep an eye on that name to see what happens in the next chapter for Cuba, because we can see the return of the Castro family, bro. And that would be crazy.
Listen, I want to apologize to Mr. Relado. He earned my respect when you said he was a security and personal bodyguard.
Yep.
Oh, he don't play no games.
Oh, no.
He don't play no games. I see where he got Relado. Real out here. Oh.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see how, because this is a powder keg to allow him to rise to power. We stepped in and cut their fuel source with Venezuela. Mm-hmm. You opening the door, and again, they hate Marco Rubio for how he sold them up the river.
Yep.
His own people. I don't trust nobody who sell their own people up the river.
Bruh. Nobody.
Can't trust you.
Nobody.
Can't trust you at all.
If you won't take care of your own people, no, you won't take care of anybody outside of that.
Nope.
Can't be trusted.
Well,
we'll keep our eyes on Mr. Castro and see what happens, and that'll be very interesting. So yeah, that's my spotlight for the week, man. So we've reached the conclusion of our episode, and to our listeners, glad you tuned in with us. You hung in there with us. Again, shout out to our brother Manny. Hope you get well soon.
Y'all, real quick, y'all pray for Manny and pray for the household. We, in all seriousness. Nothing major, just you got small children around, other nasty small children. They tend to bring things into the house. So just to give y'all an idea without getting all that business. So it's nothing major. He's good, but at the same time, our brother said he lost 15 pounds in a day. y'all pray for my brother.
Yeah, he lost it in the worst way. The worst way you can.
and it won't for no prayer and supplication.
No, it won't from no type of fast. It won't from no Ozempic.
My brother.
Bro, but he'll be good. He'll be good, and I'm sure he'll be with us in the next episode. So that is our conclusion. Chuck, brother, you got anything? Our hearts and minds clear?
Let us all stand.
Let us all stand. So as we get a selection from my choir. Somebody deliver the benediction.
Hey, hold on. We ain't took up offering yet.
Oh, hold on. Yeah. We can't. Like that pastor said, where them tax returns at?
I need to see these tax returns right now.
Y'all make sure y'all ain't giving 10%. I need to see.
I know y'all not giving 10%. Where the money resides.
Where the money resides, bro. So to our listeners, we thank you for joining us. We hope this episode finds you well. If not, just know if don't nobody love you, know the boys here at the pod. We love you, we love you, we love you, and we hope to see you at our next episode. So take care, world.
Peace.